Wuthering Waves is the most anticipated gacha game coming out soon that has everyone and their mothers talking about it. It's made by Kuro Games and it's expected to surpass even the god of the gacha genre itself, Genshin Impact. Or at least that's what it felt like. After watching Tectone and all of the creators in his circle, it seemed like the game was really popular because they were all talking about it. Them and a few other creators were making videos about Wuthering Waves every other day, so I thought everyone knew about this game. At least everyone who enjoyed Genshin Impact before it fell off. Oh my god! So I asked my friend group, a friend group that plays Genshin and Honkai often, if they knew about the new post-apocalyptic open-world action RPG hack and slash big bitty waifu gacha game Wuthering Waves. What? Wuthering Waves. What's it called? Wuthering Waves. Oh. What's that? These guys had no clue what the hell I was talking about. They've never even heard of the game before, even though I sent gameplay to the group chat before. But I guess people don't watch videos sent to their group chats anymore. Are you one of those people? I was genuinely surprised, or you could even say shocked, when I found out that none of them knew what Wuthering Waves was. Especially after knowing how highly big content creators speak of it. And this was when I realized I was in a bubble on the internet. And the main reason I thought this game was so big was because everyone in this bubble was hyping it up. And this makes sense because no one in the friend group watches gacha creators like I do. There's this one guy in the friend group who watches Ziox and used to watch Tectone but stopped because I guess he only talks about negative topics. Ziox hasn't made any Wuthering Waves videos yet, and the rest of the friend group don't even watch gacha creators unless they're like watching a guide or trying to build a specific character. So with this context, it's easy to understand why they've never heard of Wuthering Waves. And honestly, if I didn't like Tectone so much, I would have been in the same boat as them. Now that I think about it, I really don't find most gacha creators that entertaining. I don't want to be that guy, but Tectone's just a different breed of gacha creator. But there's a lot of people who don't watch Tectone and all of these other creators. The same creators who are talking about Wuthering Waves. Punishing Grey Ravens, also known as PGR, is Kuro Games' previous game that failed to pop off and kind of died due to lack of marketing for the game, from what I've heard. And a lot of the community is worried that Wuthering Waves will have the same fate. So let's try to figure out how popular Wuthering Waves is and what steps Kuro Games is taking to get their game out there. If we go to the Wuthering Waves pre-registration website, it tells us how many people have signed up to play the game. So at the time of recording, 23 million people have pre-registered, and it's only going to increase by the time you see this video. So at least that many people will be playing Wuthering Waves at launch. But I'm not sure if this is just NA or all of global. 22 million is a lot, so I'm going to assume that it's the global count. We're really just focusing on NA right now, so the pre-registration website might not be a good estimate of how many NA players are going to play the game. Plus, not everyone who's into a game is going to pre-register for it. I think the easiest way to see the popularity of Wuthering Waves is to look at their social media accounts. On YouTube, they have 330,000 subscribers, with their biggest video reaching 6.4 million views. On Twitter, they have 364,000 followers, and what I'm assuming is their highest viewed post has 16 million views. And over on TikTok, they have 268,000 followers, with their biggest video having 1.1 million views. So looking at this, we can say at least 16 million people have heard of Wuthering Waves or have seen it in some shape or form. Not gonna lie, I don't know if that's a big or small amount of awareness for a gacha game. I guess we can compare Wuthering Waves views to other gacha games to get a good idea. I would use Twitter to compare views, but I have no idea how to pull up someone's most viewed post. Only found Wuthering Waves' most viewed post because it just so happened to be pinned at the top, so I'm gonna compare views on YouTube. Just a little reminder, Wuthering Waves has 330,000 subscribers, with their biggest video reaching 6.4 million views. I think the most obvious game to start with is Genshin Impact. They have 7.3 million subscribers, with their biggest video hitting 33 million views. Whew. Now that's a shit ton more subscribers and viewers. But we have to remember that Genshin had the COVID buff, so we really can't count this. So let's try another game that doesn't have the COVID buff. Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail has 2 million subscribers, and their most viewed video is the Bailu trailer. It has 24 million views, 4 times as much as Wuthering Waves. But wait, that comparison isn't fair either. We all know that Honkai wouldn't be as popular if it wasn't for Genshin Impact. Okay, then we would need a game that doesn't have the COVID buff or the Hoyoverse buff. AFK Journey. AFK Journey is a new gacha game that just got released like a month ago, and I've only heard good things about it. I would have played the game myself, but I'm too busy trying to make it out the hood. I shit you not, a little over a week ago, I was peeking out the window watching 2 dudes argue, and a few minutes later, one of them shot and killed the other. Crazy story, but off topic. AFK Journey has 249,000 subscribers on YouTube, and their biggest video has 14 million views. AFK Journey's numbers are similar to Wuthering Waves, which is a good thing because I feel like AFK Journey is everywhere nowadays. Something I also didn't mention is that games become more popular when they come out, especially if they're good. I think Wuthering Waves has already gotten enough clout to the point where if it comes out and it's just as fun or more fun than Genshin Impact, it'll blow up. Maybe not COVID numbers, but I think it'll hold the crown for current best gacha. Now let's talk about their marketing with ads. I started seeing Wuthering Waves ads on social media about a week ago, around April 23rd, which would be a month before the game would release. I've only seen a few, but I have been seeing more after they released the Encore trailer. I've personally seen their ads on Instagram and Facebook, but I rarely use TikTok and Twitter, so I haven't seen any on there. But I've heard people have been seeing them on there too. My goofy ass is paying $18 a month for YouTube Premium, so I haven't seen any of their ads on YouTube. They have ads on every other platform, so I don't see why they wouldn't put ads on YouTube too. So we know that they're advertising on every major social media, which is good. Probably the most ads I've seen for a video game on Instagram, but that's probably because social media tracks what you search up on the internet and gives you specific ads based on that information. I've been searching up a bunch of Wuthering Waves content, so naturally they'd show me Wuthering Waves ads. Some people who turned off the setting for apps to track your data or have a VPN might not be seeing as many Wuthering Waves ads as I am, because the app won't know what their interests are outside of the app itself. I've also heard that Wuthering Waves is going to start ramping up ads a week or 2 before release, which would make sense. It's better to advertise for something closer to release than further. Last point on ads, I don't know how well ads work when it comes to getting someone to play a new game. Honestly, I think most people just skip or ignore them. Personally, I haven't played any games featured in ads that I didn't already know about, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. Maybe ads work wonders. I really don't know. Only thing I have left to talk about marketing wise are sponsorships. A few Genshin creators have already made videos or a video on Wuthering Waves, either because they got a chance to play the second closed beta test or just straight up got sponsored. Not sure how many creators have been sponsored already, but we've definitely had creators who've made a video without a sponsor like Dora, and creators who have been sponsored to make a video like Dish. According to Tectone, Wuthering Waves is going to sponsor a lot of Genshin creators to play the game on release. If this is true, I think it'll be really good for the game. People will see their favorite Genshin YouTuber playing Wuthering Waves, a cool new game that's similar to Genshin, and it's free and out now. So yeah, I think sponsorships will do wonders for the game. So right now, in terms of popularity, I think Wuthering Waves is doing just fine, and I think it'll really pop off as soon as it comes out. It's already more popular than Tower of Fantasy. A lot of people who aren't super into gacha games still don't know about Wuthering Waves. People like my friends I talked about earlier. But I don't think Wuthering Waves will suffer the same fate as Punishing Gray Ravens. But even if it does, I don't think it matters. Because at the end of the day, all that really matters is if it's a good game that's fun to play. So far, if you've enjoyed the video, then you'll probably enjoy my future videos, which means you might as well subscribe.